agree to disagree. That might be what you run into when you're going through a divorce. You and your partner agree to divorce, but you just can't agree on the terms. So now what? Well, you might want to reach out to Burggraff Tash Levy. Attorney Brian Levy is joining us this morning to help us understand what those options might look like. And Brian, you've got to break this down. You've got to make it simple for us. First of all, there's a legal term for this situation. It's called uncontested divorce. But what does that mean exactly?
Well, good morning, Terry. What that means exactly kind of depends on the person that I'm talking to. For some people, they'll say I have an uncontested divorce. And I'll ask them, well, what does that mean? And they'll say, well, we've decided we're going to get divorced, but we haven't exactly sat down and talked about all of the issues. Whereas I'll have another person come in and say to me, hey, Brian, we've talked about getting divorced. We've agreed we're going to get divorced. And we've already sat down and talked about the issues, and we've already reached agreements. That's more of the uncontested divorce that I see in my practice.
Okay. All right. So where does that leave couples when this happens? How does it actually get resolved?
Well, if they've reached an agreement on all the issues, then one of them is going to go ahead and file the petition to dissolve the marriage. And after that's filed, they're going to go and prepare their documents to submit to the court. So they're going to take their agreements, they're going to put them down in what we call a consent decree. They're going to sign it, and they're going to submit it to the judge after the appropriate time has passed.
Okay.
Once the judge gets it, the judge is going to review it, sign it, and send it back to the parties, and they're going to receive their documents that say that they are now divorced. So it can be a very simple process for those people who have actually reached agreements right from the beginning.
Okay. Well, that actually does sound pretty simple, but I know sometimes it's not. So when someone comes to you and they need your help in this situation, how are you helping your clients actually, I'm just going to be honest, get the better end of the deal?
Well, we're going to make sure what they've agreed to with the other party is fair and equitable. We're going to make sure that the agreements they've reached are such that they haven't given away more than they should have, or maybe they're entitled to receive monies or accounts or retirement benefits that they were willing to let the other side keep. So I'm going to make sure that they understand what the rights and responsibilities are under the law. If they decide to move forward with what they've agreed to, that's fine. I'm not going to go in there and blow up their deal. I just want to make sure they understand exactly what they're entitled to, both receiving and providing to the other party.
And that actually sounds like a huge benefit, because sometimes we just don't know, we're caught there's a lot of emotion going on and we can't really see through the minutia. Is there anyone that should not attempt an uncontested divorce?
I don't think so. I think everybody should start from trying to be as uncontested as possible.
Okay.
Because the benefits of this are it's less expensive. It's much more efficient to get it done this way. And probably the biggest benefit is it's less stressful. This is a very emotional and stressful process.
Yes.
And if the parties can move through this uncontested, then they've saved themselves a lot of time and energy, and they're able to move on with their lives.
Yeah. So very important. But it sounds like, the important part too is making sure that, you've got my back, which, is pretty important. And I don't know what I don't know. So good information, Brian. Thank you so much. And actually you broke it down. I got it. I truly got it. So thank you very much. I want to give our viewers at home some more information. Burggraff Tash Levy, family law attorneys. They're located at 8980 East Raintree Drive, Suite 110 in Scottsdale. You can call 480-307-6800. You can also learn more. Visit the website. It's btlfamilylaw.com.